Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. It's nice to be back with you this week since my big faux pas last week where I forgot the time, whatever. Oh, goodness. What papers I'm messing with down here that aren't quite dry yet. Oh. But how are you all tonight? I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good day. So hello, whoever just came in. So tonight we are going to start working on a junk journal. And if you saw the title, Down the Rabbit Hole, it's going to be based on Alice in Wonderland. If you know me for a while, you know I love Alice. And I've done some... Hi, Marsha. I've been doing some dyeing papers. Hi, Nora. How are you ladies tonight? I did some tea dye papers, some coffee dye papers, ink dye papers, some different textures. Hi, Susie. How are you feeling? I'm just trying to organize my little bit of chaos here tonight. I have pulled out several pieces, several things of junk. Oh, I'm so sorry you're feeling that way. I was hoping you'd be feeling better today. So, I'm looking through my junk to see what I got. I got some paper bags. I got some envelopes. Got an index card. Thought I had a couple of index cards. Some scrap paper. Another envelope. Anyway, I don't know how many people are coming tonight. I hope a few more, but if not, that's okay too, because I appreciate and love you all for being here. Please don't forget to try to give me a thumbs up so that YouTube will notice me a little bit and maybe promote my channel a little bit more. So, to be honest with you, I'm not feeling the best myself. We've had lots of thunderstorms here, and my nights and days have been turned around. Thank you, Nora. I'm drinking my water with my orangey stuff in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put you down here. We're going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully we can make a headway. Now, the journal won't be finished tonight by any means. Thanks, Marsha. The journal won't be finished at all tonight because I am going to be using some stuff on it and using things that I got from, let's see. Oh, it just occurred today while I used to be a pastry chef and I had tons of treat bags that would... Oh, yeah, that's right, Susie. Hello, Gareth. How are you, my sweet friend across from the pond? You must not be able to sleep either tonight, because you're not usually up this late. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to put you guys down here so that you can see. I'll try to get you as close as I can. I use my phone, so I don't have a Zoom thing. So we are going to be making our junk journal, out of a little Splenda box that I had. And so I cut it down somewhat. I cut it down to 11.5 inches long. So basically what I did was I just cut each side so that each side would be 4.5, and then the spine is 2.5 inches, if I believe. Now I'm only going to do 2.5 inches. I'm only going to do 2 signatures. That's a good way to cover it, Gareth. Hope everybody's doing all well, and if you're not, well, we pray that you will feel better soon. So anyway, my panels on each side of this box are 4.5, and then this is 2.5. And I think I'm going to cover it before I do this. I'm not sure, but because I'll just have to redo it. Yeah, I think I'll cover it first. So let me show you what I'm using. You guys know that I love Alice in Wonderland too. And so I just created a stack of stuff and pulled some stuff out. So these are some tea dyed papers that I made today. Some of them are darker than others. And then these are the blue ones that I made. These were made using peacock feather ink. So those are those. These are some coffee dyed papers. And then these are some more. These are the ones that I made using some spray mist. This is called Oz, I think. And so you can tell my bottle quit spraying and it just basically dripped. But that's okay. I love it. It adds character to it. This I use gold mist on, so it's really shining. Yes, Gareth, it is a chapter out of Alice in Wonderland. I think we all fell down the rabbit hole. I love that shininess, though. Peacock Feather is Distress ink. It's Tim Holtz Distress ink. I'll show y'all how I do it. Anyway, this one's real shiny. Shh. This one right here, I put up. Yes. I apologize, y'all. Hey. Leave it. Don't argue with me. He wants to come over here and argue with me. Anyway, I had a little plastic lily I put on this one before I wet it and inked it and stuff. So I like the way that turned out. And then I have some little folders that I made that we're going to be using on the inside of each signature, and maybe one or two on the inside. This is just a piece of scrap paper I had. Some library due date things. This is another piece of dyed paper that I've had in my stash for a while. I love this one since it's, Alice in Wonderland, don't kill the kids. Another babysitter dues. Some index cards, some scrap paper. This is going to go along with the colors that I'm using in the junk journal. Here's another one of these. Here's a long envelope, and I haven't decided on if I'm going to use this or not, because it might be just a bit big, but we can make it fit. Got some paper bags. You like the doily one? Yeah, I like that one too. Got some paper bags. There's another postcard. 2 regular little envelopes. This is a piece of paper I'm going to do another envelope with, maybe. And then this is some paper that I had left over from a project. This is it's called Enchanted something or another. I got the 12 by 12, the 6 by 6 of it too. But I had this big piece of paper left over. I thought maybe I could use that in there. I was going to use it to cover it, but I'm not sure. And just some more dyed paper. Yeah, this is my favorite one too. Y'all, this one right here with the doily on it. I love that shiny look. I wish I'd put the doily a little bit more centered, whatever, but it'll be all right. So those are just some things that I've got that I'm going to be using. Also, maybe some of these doilies, because they blend in with what I'm doing, the stained and waterlooked. This is the big paper. I cannot find my 12 by 12 anywhere, and I know I have a 12 by 12 of this. It's called Enchanted Tea Party. It really lends itself. It's based on Alice in Wonderland. You know it is. So with a tea party and this right here, I may use this on the front cover. I'm not sure. But it's got beautiful paper in it. Like the Don't Be Late. So I may use that throughout. And then my friend Donna Clark and James has gifted me, well, actually I won these in a giveaway she had. And I fussy cut these ones out, but they're just like little journaling cards. So, who are you today with Alice on there. And then the rabbit. I love this dude. And, you know, when her neck grew 10 feet tall. And then some tickets. This one says Wonder Ticket, and one with Alice and one with the rabbit. And then I also have some ephemera pieces that went with this enchanted collection, Enchanted Tea Party. That's why I know I have the 12 by 12 because this all came together. And I've had it forever. And I actually started an altar book with this stuff, and I didn't finish it. Then I have this right here. Thank you, Gareth, if you're still here. Gareth is responsible for this one because I wanted this up so bad. And of course, Santorini's in London, and he was able to get this for me. And I just love this tea party with the little Alice on here and a little teacup. It got a little bunny on it. I love that one. And then I have this Allison, and this Alice, and it's really cool. It's more of reminds me more of steampunk Alice or whatever, but I love the hat, and she's got the little number card on there and everything, so I may be using that. But most of this is coming toward the decorating part. So right now I just want to work on getting the journal together and getting my signatures together. So where's my box? There it is. So I am going to cover this. I'm going to cover this with some of this paper here. Just the cream color paper. That way I can add something else on it if I want to. And I'm debating on whether I want to cut this apart and wrap it like I do my albums. But you know what? I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to glue 2 sheets of paper together and cut off the excess or whatever. This is my new glue that Angie sent me. I'm going to test it out. It says it's for paper, and it's flexible and permanent. But I'm thinking it might be the kind that you have to spread out so it doesn't make any, lines in it or whatever. So just in case, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to stick this 2 together. And it says it dries clear. So, and I'm going to lay the spine on the spine and then cut off the edges on it. So, or maybe not. I don't know. Because I'm going to be covering it up, but I think I'm going to leave a spine on the spine. So I'm just going to glue this down because I am going to put other paper on it. I love my Fabri-Tac when I'm making journals because Fabri-Tac, of course, is alcohol based and it doesn't dry. It doesn't wet your papers up. But I'm going to try this out. My friend Rosa does a lot of albums and stuff, and I see her using, what do you call it? Art glitter glue on her albums all the time. So I'm just going to smush that out so it's nice and adhered. Like I said, we'll be covering that up. And this is what I wanted to see right here. If we need to put more glue underneath the edge of it. Okay. Get a baby wipe. Obviously, I did not get enough on here. So I'm just tacking everything down that I missed. Okay. I think that's good. Now I'm just going to, I hope y'all are, if y'all are saying something, I apologize if I missed it. Now I'm just going to whack off some of this extra paper. And basically I'm going to do this just like I do my journals. Y'all, I'm not sure about this glue, y'all. It says it's for paper, but it doesn't seem like it's holding very well. And it might be because that was a shiny surface, but it says for paper, felt, plastic, wood, and more, so we'll see. Or maybe I just didn't do a good job spreading the glue out. Anyway, we'll see. So are you guys working on anything? I'm going to get a baby wipe. Whoops, not that many though. And clean my hands. Because I've got glue all over them. Okay. Let's see how it's just looking on the front. Yeah, I don't like that. It's sticking, but I don't like it. So now we back to the smelly Fabri-Tac. This is why I rarely use regular glue. You see, can you see how this I'm working on cars? Oh, girl, listen, I've lost a whole paper pad kit. I mean, that I wanted to use on this, so yeah, I can lose it. But do you see how the regular glue just, I don't know about how you make your glue. Your glue, Susie, but this wets everything. And I know it doesn't look the prettiest on the inside, and that's okay. We'll cover it all up. I'm just cutting everything down on the corner there so that we can take some bulk out of that. And then I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I just got a new bottle today. An angel sent me a bottle. It had no name on it. Came in an Amazon box with no name. Okay, I'm just going to fold that over. See? I love my Fabri-Tac. This one is almost empty, so I may have to get my new one out. Okay. There's my bone folder. Now, before I do that, I'm going to tuck my corners in with my nail, just so we don't have sharp corners. Since I have some club members here tonight, I hope y'all were enjoying the new, you've lost your mind. I lose my mind all the time. I hope y'all were enjoying the new journal. I mean, the lap book journal thing I am creating for you guys. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad, Nora. It kind of has taken on a life of its own, really. I keep changing it midstream, but y'all know I do that a lot. Change my mind on something. I'm just going to hold this down until the glue catches. That's the only thing about Fabri-Tac. That's great. Yeah, Marcia, it's a sign of being creative. There you go. There you go. Okay. That looks pretty good. Minus the glue boogers on it from the other glue. No, that other glue will be fine for some things, but I just don't think it'd be fine for journaling. And okay, so now we'll check that out there. I am going to take my ruler, if I can find my ruler, and press it against that and bend that up. There we go. So that's the basis of our junk journal. Now what I'm going to do, and I will have to do it over probably, but that's okay. I am going to turn this over, and I am going to score this on every half, well, if I can, on every 1/8 of an inch. My thing won't stay on there. Goodness gracious. There we go. Well, I will be covering this up because it's so thick it won't hardly stay on the scoreboard. Hi, Julia. What's going on? I didn't miss something. I knew organized location. I do that all the time. The reason I did my spine like that is because I want to kind of round it out so it doesn't look so like a square. I want it to be more flexible like that. So because I know this is 2.5 inches, I'm going to go and score it at, let me find my edges here, 1.25 inches for the middle. And then I'm just going to work with my hands on it. Just until I get it a little bit rounded like that. Don't put things away because they run away. Yeah, they do. They run away for sure. Okay. There we go. So I just kind of relaxed that a little bit right there. All right. So now we are going to start working on our inserts. I will cut those. I will cover the inside of that. So let's look at what we're going to do here. I'm just going to look and see what we got here. I'm going to put these away. These papers have already been cut to the size of the journal. So I know what size they are. They've been cut to, since the journal is 4.5 pages, 4.5 inches, I've cut them down to 4.25 and by 6 7/8, I think. And I'm just stacking these up. They're probably not staying in this order, but I'm just putting them in, just dividing out how many papers I got here. And then I'll, here's an index card. Here's a paper bag. Here's a paper bag. There's a big envelope. I think I'll put it in that one maybe. Oh, there's an index card. I don't know that I'm going to use this one. I don't think I'm going to use that. Library page, piece of scrapbook, and I'll get another piece of scrapbook. And then each one of my signatures is going to go into this that I'm put together, and hopefully it'll fit. And yeah. So I left the spine wide on my thing because it's going to be a pretty thick journal, which is, it's, even though it's 2 signatures, it's going to be pretty thick. So I left them pretty thick. All right. I'll have to sort that out in a minute. I want to make a couple more of these to put in there, but I am going to round the corners on them, I think. If I can find my corner rounder. They look more like folders. Oops, that one did not cut too good. Okay, so let me do one of these for you real quick. I said I was going to do maybe 1 or 2 in each journal, but anyway, this is 8.5 by 11 sheet, right? And we're going to leave the 8.5 inch side just the way it is. Good night, Julia. Bless you. So we're going to turn it over on the 11 inch side. And we're going to score this at 6 7/8. And we're going to score it at 10 inches on the side. Then we're going to turn it around on the 8.5 inch side. And we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Nope. No, I always did that wrong. That's 4 1/2. Scored at 4 1/4. And we're just going to fold all the score lines. But before we fold the bottom here, I'm going to take some scissors and cut up that middle score line to where I scored this part down here. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut a sliver off of this piece here. So it's not even a 1/16 of an inch. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Just a sliver. Cut it off. And then we'll fold them on the score line. See, it creates a little bit of separation, and we'll need that putting them in our journal. And then I'm just going to fold these down like this. So it makes a nice little folder. And I may have to even cut these down just a little bit more to get my journal in there, but we're going to see first how that works. So I'm just going to do those right now. All right, so then we're going to use, hi Jackie. And then we're going to use my kit that I got from BB Crafts. And I just got it in this old pizza box right now. So we're going to need a ruler. Going to need some embossing tools. And I think I'm going to use my linen. My linen, wax linen color. Because I don't have a blue. I just have brown and black and red. And I'm doing kind of a bluish color. And we're going to need these. And we're going to need our awl tool. And I think that might be it for right now. Put that to the side. I don't need those either. That's a neat little kit if you haven't seen the video. Hi, Michelle. So let's take our pages and sort of put them together. So I know I want them to be in a folder like this. And like I said, I may have to cut just a little bit more off of that so that my pages will fit in the middle. And if they don't, what I might do is just put them in there without making it the cover. But we'll see. So let's just take this. We'll fold this in half. Just see how it all fits together. I like this little donut paper. I can't remember where I got it from. It was 2 pieces and I just cut it in half and ripped it off with the ruler. Oh, my dogs, I'm going to kill them. Do y'all do that? We're going to do something to this, we're going to do something to this index card. I'm not putting it in there like that. And I'll show you how how I do ink dyeing. So I just take my little brush here, and when I do it to ink, like to dye or whatever, I just do it all over. And then I spray it down with water and stack it up. Told me I planned what? Okay, what do you plan to? No, I'm gonna go over to her channel. She came by my channel today, Susie. Thank you for sending some folks over. I appreciate that. I don't know why I have such a hard time sometimes folding things right on the edge. There we go. Who else is having a giveaway? I saw. Oh yeah. What's her name? Norma, who is a Misfit Florida crafter, I think. She's having an awesome giving away. She's giving away a die cutting embossing system. And she said if she gets 30 or more entries, she's giving away 2 of them. So you might want to check her out. I meant to do a VR for her today and I forgot. Gosh, my mind is going in 100 different ways, but you know, I can't help it. I love how these little brushes do. Her name is Norma. She is a Misfit crafter from Florida or something like that. I'm going to do a VR for her. Now, I don't know what to do about paper bag yet. I can't decide what I want to do with that. Y'all know I've made a junk journal out of a paper bag before. But I think I love the texture. I wish I could make it work like that and go in there, but I think that would not be good like that. What to do. I like the texture of the bag. So I'm just going to cut it across the bottom. And there's your little box. Cut it across the bottom and fold it in half. Well, first of all, I think I'm going to even that up just a little bit. Even though it's a junk journal, I still like to even it up a little bit. And then just fold that in half. There we go. I love how my dyed paper came out. This was, this is a little bit bigger, and it might be too big for my journal. I don't know yet. This might have to go on the bottom. There we go. That works. Let's see. Nah, it's something different. Let's fold this up like this. That might not work. There we go. So we can have a little tuck spot there. I'll probably glue that together. Oh, we got to have our little doily in there. And speaking of doilies, I think I will put one of these in there. I'm telling you, anybody want a dog? I'm about ready to get rid of mine. I think that would look cute in there. Oh, goodness. These dogs bark at everything, y'all. I apologize. Alright, I think that's all I am going to put in that one. Let's see how thick of a... It's going to be pretty thick, huh? And the page is sticking out just a wee bit. But they'll fit in here. See, the reason I rounded the back, but the reason I scored it in the middle is because I know when I punch my holes, I'm going to put this one on this side and then this one on this side of it, and that way it'll be all together. You know, I really don't mind that this is not all in there, right? But some people might, but I don't. Let's see if it's in the... And if I don't like it, I can always trim the ends of it off, I guess. I can cut the edges off if I don't like it, but I like it. I think I have some bigger papers. That's the problem. It's this part in the middle. Well, it is what it is. So do y'all make sure when you do junk journals that all your pages are definitely even across the side, your inserts, I mean, your signatures? Do you make sure they're all the same size, width-wise? Because I'm pretty sure I cut all these papers the same width. Well, I tore some of them with a ruler, so I don't know. They're supposed to be. Nora, I knew you would, only because you're so, you're a perfectionist. I don't know how you do junk journaling. I truly don't. I just make sure mine are about the same, around the same length so they don't stick out of the book. But if the pages stick out, I don't care. I mean, it really doesn't bother me. But I would like for it to sit back just a wee bit. Like, actually fit into there. Okay. So, now I'm just going to use some clips. I wish Zoila was here. Zoila was the one that wanted to see me do these. To make one. Bless her heart. She didn't make it tonight. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to cover the inside of my page up first before I do this. And I think I might use that one sheet that I had from the Enchanted collection, the big one. I think that would look pretty. And it's actually about the right size. Just need to cut off about an inch. So, I'll show you how to rip paper if you don't. Oh, sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. If you don't have a trimmer. I know Jackie's done Ultra books, but I'm telling you, if you want, she's right. Once you do a junk journal, you'll never want to do another one. I mean, you just want to keep doing them. Okay, I'm just putting where I put my mark at right there. I am going to try to make sure I got this straight up and down. You just hold your ruler down. And tear it off. It's a junk journal. It's not supposed to be 100% perfect, you know. Now I am going to go over the edges with my blue ink. Because y'all know how I feel about white edges. Well, Susie, you might not know how I feel about white edges, but I don't like them. Has anybody seen my video that came out this afternoon? Did it come out? I had it uploaded and set to post as soon as it was finished uploading, but I've been having problems uploading. That's funny, Susie. But that's so true. Why do people do that for? Do they honestly think that I mean, maybe that's the only time they have to cut it, though. Can't judge. But it just seems weird to me. I don't know. That fit just seemed like it fit better a minute ago. Maybe I should cut just a wee bit off of that. And I am going to use my trimmer for that because that's too long of a place for me to tear. Oh. Okay. That fits much better. All right, shall we? I'm thinking about using tape. I think I'm going to use my 1-inch tape on this, because I think it will take a lot less glue. And then I'll just put some glue on it in between areas. I'm gonna make sure I get it right on the edge. Okay. Oops. Oh, well, I'll put a little glue there. Oh, y'all, I am so sorry for the dogs. Would y'all be quiet? Please? Much better. Okay, one more piece. Start down here in the middle because I got off a line, so I'll put glue up there. All right. These dogs. Anybody want some dogs? Yes, double-sided, Susie. All right. Use my little pick here. Yep, it's double-sided. I love using it for bigger projects because you don't have to use as much glue. And then if you got a little bit that hangs off the edge, you can just fold it back on itself. Like that. Just fold it back on itself. The one thing I don't like to use tape on is things like when I make pockets or different things like that, because as you know, tape really doesn't have the ability to dry very well. And now I am using just a little bit of wet glue in the spots where I didn't hit the tape, but also on the edges, because that way it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to put stuff down. So I'm just going in between the tape lines there and on the edges, so I can get stuff lined up. Because that's another thing with tape, you get one chance. And I'm going to hold mine up like this, and I'm just going to line it up on the edge like that. And then smooth it down. There we go. That looks pretty nice. I'm just going to take my scoring tool and go over it and make sure it's adhered very well. Because you don't want it to buckle on you. Okay, and then I'm going to take this little ruler here. And if you see it just start to buckle up in the area, it means the glue's not dry and Donna's not very patient. But I would like to get it further along with y'all right now. And just kind of bend your pages back over so that you can bend your book. Oh, my dogs are driving me nuts. I think they want to go outside, but they can't go outside yet. Okay, so there's the cover. Now, I want to see. I got this side here. Let's put together our other one, because I want to measure it out all at the same time. Let's see. I think that'll be okay. I probably should have glued these down before I put them in the book. But I think I was going to put paper underneath them, and that's why I didn't do it, but that's okay. Oh, crap. Do y'all see what I did? I folded it down wrong, but that's okay. That one's not going to have an outside flap. I glued it on the wrong way. But you know what? I made another one. And I don't need two of them, so scrap that one. There we go. And I am thinking I'm going to cut just a wee bit more off of these. So I have a little bit bigger gap. So when I fold them up, I need to cut just a little bit more off of this one. That's much better. Okay. All right, let's put that down. Let's stop messing with that. Disney Springs is open. Parks are to open mid-July unless our positive cases are really going up now. You know, we have a big amusement park where we live too called Carowinds, and it is we haven't heard when it was opening up. They're talking about July too, but I don't know. They're talking like our cases are on the rise here in South Carolina. Like since we're opening up, our governor was the last to close down and the first to open up. I don't know what's wrong with him. Be perfectly honest with you. That's going to be too big. We might save this one for a different project, because I'd have to whack off too much of that. I don't know. Because I always like to have a tuck spot on the end. I guess I could cut some of it off, but I hate to waste a big envelope for something good like that. So we're going to put that up to the side for right now. I know Nora knows this, but, and you voted for who? I missed something. Oh, the governor. Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Won't happen again. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but seriously. I guess I should have got all this stuff done first, folded everything up, but I just like chit-chatting too. It gets so boring staying around the house all day long by myself. But I was going to tell y'all, Susie's new to my channel, and I'm new to her channel, but Susie and I only live an hour apart from each other. So we're going to have to get together and have a crafty day one day. Of course, it won't be until I get a car fixed. Unless you come here, Susie, because I don't have any transportation right now. I think I'm going to use a little stamp on this too. My little stamps, and stamp some images or something on the blank pieces of paper. If I wasn't so worried about getting my BB Craft video done in a timely manner, I'd wait and finish this on camera next week, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put a paper bag in there yet. You know, that's probably too big, but I really thought that was cute. Let's see how much that sticks out. Oof, that sticks out a lot. It's just lightning, man. It just lightens so. Oh my gosh, it lightens right through my room, y'all. I just about got a shock. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but I sure did. Okay. Well, I don't know why I'm putting all the way down, taking that all the way down there for. I know. I'm so jealous of you guys. We all need to meet one of these days. I don't know how my little group and I are going to do that, but we're going to. Some way, somehow, some shape, some form. Well, I have an idea, but I don't know. I told Nora and I have been talking about this. You know, like I told you, they went up $150 a month on my rent. I can barely afford what what I was paying. But I said, if I could find one already done, because I don't want to put one together for myself. But if I could find one already done, I just love that. I would definitely buy an extra long van that's been converted into a tiny home or whatever, you know, a trailer, camper, whatever you want to call it. And I would definitely get one, put my stuff in storage, because, you know, even the highest car payment, a van payment would be $700. Well, $700 is a lot cheaper than what I'm paying in rent. And then I could, it could be crafting more on the road. Go visit all my friends and travel, because I like to travel. And I haven't been able to go anywhere in a long time. So, matter of fact, most of y'all know I've been quarantined in my house since January the 30th, because I had my surgery at the end of January, and then right when I was getting able to get out of the house, 6 weeks after that, the quarantine started. And then, even though we could get out for essentials of quarantine, I couldn't get out because I got stupid shingles. So, that took care of that. So, I've been stuck in this house for the longest time, and not having any transportation and have to depend on somebody else to take you somewhere is the pits. I mean, the real pits. So, here we go. I don't like a lot of white stuff hanging around. I just don't. I know you're a homebody, Nora. You have a car and you can't drive. Well, I wish you would have lived closer. I can drive. I can drive for you. But I don't live close enough for that. I'm an hour away. I have a car, but it needs to be fixed, and I don't have the money to fix it, and I'm waiting on insurance money. But my insurance company decided that they decided to total it instead of fix it. Oh my goodness, Susie. But I haven't, like I said, I have to wait until they decide to I have to find my title, wait on DMV to send me another title, and then they'll pay me to get it fixed, but they're only paying me a portion of it since they totaled it. I can get all of what they said what the car was worth, or I can take, which I'll never be able to buy a car for the amount they're giving me, or I can take what they're offering less the depreciation of it and then fix my car. And it's not going to take that much to fix my car either, because I found a place online to get my parts for about $120. And it's just getting somebody to do it. Well, I had a person from my church, if he can get unbusy to do it, he would do it for free. But if not, there's a Meineke place down the street from me, and it'd only be another couple of $100 for them to fix it. So I'm still hoping and praying one of these days. All right, so we got both signatures now done. And I think it's going to be a chunky monkey when this gets through. When you think about it, that's it right there. A little chunky. So, make sure I put the stuff in there right side up, because, I have a habit. I sewed a signature in one time upside down. It was most embarrassing. Most embarrassing. Okay. So that's that. They're sticking out a little bit, but I know I measured those pages right. But I will just have to trim them off or something. I'm not doing them all over again. Nope. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is mark where my holes are. See, remember I cut it sort of in half. So I got this half mark here. Just lay my ruler down, and I am going to come down in the middle of this one. I'm going to come down about 3/4 of an inch. Where's my pen? And put my first hole. Okay. And then I'm going to come down. See, this is 6 3/4, so I'm going to come down. Did I mark my hole right? I'm sure I did. There we go. Help if I marked it where I could see it. Okay, so then I'm going to come down. There's that first hole. And then I'm going to come down probably to 3 1/8. And then I'm going to do 1.5 inches from the bottom. I mean, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Make sure those are all level. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing on here. I had that wrong. I did have that wrong. There we go. And then 3/4 of an inch from the top to the bottom. All right. Here we go. Now, some people punch theirs through the paper and everything. I don't think I'm going to do that because, you know, my luck is I punch a hole in my hand, and I don't want to punch a hole in my hand. So I am looking for my little board down here. See, y'all talking about losing stuff. I can lose stuff right in front of my face, too. Okay, a little board here. And punch hole. Okay, let me do this. Make sure I'm all the way through. All right. sure I got that lined up right. And right on the dot. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go through my holes again to make sure they're big enough for my needle to go through. I hope I'm not being rude and missing the conversation. I'm sorry, I'm trying, y'all. But when I'm working with pokey tools, yeah, I don't want to. I do need one to poke myself. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold my book up and go like this. It's just a lot easier to punch with it folded in half. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to read, y'all. It goes by so fast. Oh, no. I bet it did hurt. Where are you going, Marcia? Oh, an eye doctor appointment. Well, you know, I'm sort of torn on the mask thing, okay? Because I don't know. They say that if you wear a mask that doesn't have a respirator on it, that it's just as bad as not wearing a mask at all, because you're wearing you're breathing in dirty air all day long, and you're keeping it inside your mask, and you don't have room for an exchange. Like, you can't exchange your air. Like, I don't know. It just, I'm iffy on it. I have a mask, but and I have a respirator mask, but I don't know. See, instead of going back and marking all this stuff again, I'm just taking my ruler and putting it down here, and I have my this lined up on the 1-inch grid. I mean, you know, inch apart, so I know the middle of this right here, and I can punch in the same place. This kit is pretty handy little kit so far. Okay. Now let's start sewing my signature then. I don't think this is going to be enough thread to sew that in, so I'll just take that out. I usually measure mine about how many times it might go around the book. You know how many pamphlet stitches I'm doing. So, I mean, how many stitches I'm doing. And then I just give myself a little extra. Yeah, it is breathable, but you're still breathing in not clean air. And you can't, when you breathe out, it still gets carbon monoxide trapped in there. And I mean, you have to sweat. Like I have a cotton mask too that a friend from church gave me that she sewed, and I still get sweaty behind it. I think that's what I mean. I don't know. But I mean, I still wear one just out of courtesy for other people. You know, people don't want to. They don't want to, you know, be around other people that don't have masks on. But I do see a lot of people that don't wear masks, though. I can tell you that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go from the top. All right. I definitely need to adjust this clip and put it on the book. Help me stay still. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to go through the middle first. There we go. And before I sew it together, I'm checking to make sure I got my book upside right. Because I swear I have done that so many times. I'm going to leave enough of this to tie. And then I'm going to the top. Okay. And then I go back through the middle again. Maybe, maybe not. Where's my... There we go. I'll go back through the middle again. And then come up through the back side. Okay. I'll take that off and then just tie mine. I'm probably sometimes keeping it tight enough while I'm tying it because of my fingers the way they are, but I can usually get it tightened up. That's why I like to use the waxed threads, because I don't wind up cutting too much, but you know what, it'll be all right. Okay. So that's the first one in. All right. Now we gotta do the other one. You don't give a hoot. Yeah, I mean, I wear mine. I'm not saying I don't wear them. I'm just saying I was having mixed emotions about wearing them because what people were saying about it. But, you know. I mean, we all have to do our own thing, I guess. Oh shoot, I didn't punch holes in my journal first. I'm gonna do that, hadn't I? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Now he's gonna lie about it. I didn't see that. Alright guys, I got to hurry up. My phone just chimed the first time saying, I'm gonna die on you. And I don't have my little thing right now. So, I know I probably haven't been very entertaining tonight, and I'm very sorry. Okay, phones. Yes, I were, Donna. What? Are you talking about yes, you were? Oh, entertaining? I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes I just don't. I try. Let's see. We were the last state to close down, Susie. I'm thinking. No, we were closed down more than 2 weeks. I'm thinking maybe 3 weeks at the most. I mean, I had to close down when they said start quarantining because of my immune system, but yeah, technically we were. It wasn't but 2 or 3 weeks. Sure enough, officially shut down. It was voluntarily. Now they did close the schools. They closed the schools before they really did the official quarantine. I know what it was, Susie. They did 10 days at first, for the school kids and stuff, and then but the official thing was short. Like they did the first 10 days, and then they went back and renewed it for 15 more days, and then he just didn't. See, I don't understand how we can't be on official lockdown if he did in a state of an emergency. Like he's still saying we're in a state of an emergency until the end of next week. So I don't know. Yeah, that was federal mandate. Yep. So I guess maybe 2 weeks officially with the state. And then we were the first ones to open back up almost. I think Georgia started opening back up before we did. But it wasn't much though longer because well, yeah, we haven't opened up everything yet either. We Jackie's in Michigan. We've opened up restaurants, retail shops. You know, of course, it was too late for school to open back up anyway. But and then trying to think, like Carowinds hasn't been opened yet, and oops, my PG squished over. Where's my little awl so I can get it back right? Oops. How did that happen? And that hole should have been the same size as the other hole, doggone it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is dual state. But I thought when North Carolina opened up their restaurants finally, so I don't know. I have a friend that works at, her husband works at Carowinds, as he's in charge of the whole maintenance thing there, and he said that they weren't sure when they're going to open up, but they're working on a plan to open it up. They just don't know what the official thing is going to be. So who knows? I know that like Disney World and stuff, they got special things in mind. Marsha's husband works at Disney World. What are they doing? They're doing something like, I don't know, there's staggering stuff. That's what my daughter was telling me. I don't know. They have a Disney timeshare, camping timeshare there. So I know they were planning on going soon, but they weren't. Weren't quite sure when they could go back. I think she said it was in July. Oh, come on now, book, stay still. I got you down. Uh-oh, I just pulled it out. I'm talking instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. All right, guys, I got to go. My phone is dying. I'll have a video up in a couple of days when this goes live, okay? And I'll take you off the phone so I can see. So I got to go. I'm dying. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me tonight. And I'll get this finished up this week, and it'll be out on video either Friday or Monday. So love you, blessings. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you. Julia's already gone, but thank you. And anybody else that showed up that I didn't see, I appreciate you being here. God bless. Bye.